Good morning. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker, and we have Kathy with Why Nots, and we have Bridget
Morning.
with Bridget, Bridget with Bridget,
I'm original.
and Nikki. She's in hiatus right now, but she's a popular picker. So, yeah, she's in some pain this morning.
That's our fault.
Keep her in your thoughts. I hope everybody's having a good morning. It was a late night for me last night. I think I was up until 1.
Ooh.
Weren't you just saying yesterday, I need to start getting better?
I know. I jinxed myself. Jinx.
Jinx.
Morning, Anissa. You're first.
Oh.
Good job. Shantae, Cindy, Tim, Hank. Yeah, 1 a.m. And I woke up. I didn't wake up as early as I usually do, but I think I woke up at 6:30.
Oh, wow.
And I was dragging. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't function. But yeah, I was working on shipping.
Oh wow.
and I was helping Sally. I'll use that one too. I was helping Sally because she needed to stay up as long as because she goes back to work tonight.
Oh.
And so yeah, she needed to stay up late so she could go to bed around, I think she was shooting for around 2 or 3. And that way she could go to bed, then wake up for the show, and then stay up most of the day and then take a nap this evening. I think she goes in at 11. So
her vacation's over already?
Yeah.
What the heck? Man, that went fast.
Yeah, it did. It was like here and gone.
I know.
Imagine how she feels.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's how she feels. But yeah, I think she said she had 2 days on, and then she's got another 3 days off. So at least it's not another 5 days straight or whatever, you know.
Right.
So
I hope she got a lot of lifting done.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's very happy with, she got a lot of stuff done with her eBay room and getting that all straightened out, and the garage and everything. So I think, I think she was pretty happy with the progress. But, yeah, when you're working another job, it's like, no time is enough time.
No.
Yep.
You're trying to squeeze everything into one little slot, and it's just not enough.
And then try to get sleep too on top of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. I'd be
asleep either.
7. You can forget it. Me working graveyard, nope.
Yeah, it's so. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, she helped me last night. I got my shipping not completely done, but I got the majority, the biggest part of it done. And I still have a few packages I got to package up this morning.
Oh, that's good. Sounds like you did really good this weekend.
I did. Let's see, 17.
Wow.
I did 20.
Nice.
Did
all
20.
on eBay or mixed?
Actually, I had one on Poshmark and the rest were on eBay.
Oh, good.
That is great.
Awesome.
So,
yay, it's working.
Something clicked.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Something clicked.
So can we expect the morning show from now on, or?
Oh yeah.
Or the what I sold on eBay show?
Oh, mail call.
Mail call. Yeah, sorry, forgot. It's been so long. I forgot the name.
No. I was gonna do one this morning, and I was like, no, there's no way
Too tired.
this ain't gonna happen. But I do plan on getting back into that because I think that's a good good little show
Yeah.
just to show
Enjoy
what I'm
watching.
selling and all that. I think it's a good thing.
There it
So
is.
I'm gonna get back into that and get that running. Hopefully soon. It's so hard for me. It's really hard for me to like do because I don't like to do the screenshots. I like to have the actual item, and
Right.
it's hard to do that if
You're gonna pack it up and
I'm packing it up, and
right.
so I'm like torn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's kind of where it fell off, you know. So, and well, actually, it fell off when I stopped getting sales. That's when it fell off.
It is kind of hard though, because you want to get them all packed up, and then you want to kind of show them, and it's kind of you're kind of in between.
Right.
Because if you stop to do that, you got to stop, do that, then try to do the packaging. It's a lot on you, that's for sure.
Yeah. I just need to find a good rhythm.
That's good though.
Work in everything and try to get everything done.
All I know is everybody better be prepared that if I win these two jewelry jars off of the shop Goodwill Bridget, you're gonna have to come on with me, or Carol and everybody, because somebody's gonna have to be helping me. I'm gonna be addicted to it.
Well, I'll help you.
I was like, oh my god.
I'm not a person to be able to help identify jewelry at all. So
I'll be calling you Carol.
we'll have our own little jewelry show one night.
I know. I have to.
Everybody show it. What is this? Okay, what's this? What is this called?
Yep. This is the jewelry. This is the jewelry pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We have a posh pit and a jewelry pit. Now let's go.
I missed what happened, Valerie. With what? I don't know. I got good sales. That's I don't know. Yeah. One of the items had multiple offers, but yeah, that's true. I feel like I'm late to the party. No, I was just saying I stayed up late because I had a lot of packages to package up. I had 20 this morning.
Yeah, Summer, you are up early.
Yeah, it's like she's getting ready to go. You could just call the show the jewelry jar.
That's smart.
That's smart, yeah.
Mm.
And then we can get swag on here. Anybody else
Mm-hmm.
about jewelry? That's a good idea, Shantae. Smart.
Somebody should start that.
Yep.
We need Thelma in here.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, what was weird, we went out garage selling this weekend, and I swear, and we went to this, we couldn't find nothing because we only had a few of them. Ours start ending about this time of the year. People don't like to be out yard so much, but we saw this little pin, and I told my husband, I said, this is kind of unique. I thought, it was weird. I forgot whose page we saw it on or where we saw it at, but we went to this lady's house, and both of us saw this and said, is that not that pin? Look at this. And I know it's probably just costume jewelry. Let me see if you can see it.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like this ugly little cat, but we both saw it. And I swear I saw this on somebody's Poshmark, eBay, or something. And I paid 75 cents for that little sucker. I was like, he's weird looking, but hey. But I got a bunch of jewelry from that lady for $13.
Oh, wow.
And two of them were Sterling, that Sterling silver.
Yeah.
It was like a little bitty kitty cat.
That's great.
Got him I ain't taking him out yet. And then some little clip-on earrings. But that was the only two things that she had. I was like, I don't know where I've seen that cat before, but we both said the same thing. We seen that on somebody's Posh page. So
Huh.
I was like, I don't know if that one had the marking. I couldn't find anything on that, Karen. But I found some cool little pieces. We're gonna try to do a haul on it.
Cool.
We ain't done a haul in a while, so. But yeah, some of them had the sterling silvers have markings, but the other ones, I found some that had markings on the back of them. Was like a AJC, I guess is the name of it, and it was a new one, so it was pretty cool. But that little pin, it just came out of nowhere again. I was like, I had to get it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, Summer, you're not at Vegas yet, right? You're going today? I'm not listening to any more jewelry until I get all my tools ordered.
I know I got to do the same thing.
I ordered a acid tester thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Karen's at the beach says AJC could have value.
Okay.
What is AJC? Oh, she's not leaving until tomorrow.
Okay. Let me see if I can find those ones that had the AJC.
As long as the Wi-Fi is good. Huh.
Well, there was like some weird little crochet cat. It had, but it's hard to see the AJC. I think he's just Goldfield, and he's just kind of like a crochet knit cat.
Put your hand behind the item. There you go.
But he's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, he is cool.
And he was new, but then there was another one in here.
It's kind of like a patchwork almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen him in a couple spots, but there was another one. I don't know what these are. I don't even know what. I said I don't even know half the names to some of these. I'll have to find that other one. But like I have an Ancline earrings and stuff like that, but I'll have to look at them. But I'm going to order one of those kits with that little loopy thing. So, and I'll always call it loopy something. So.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get some new loops because I lose mine all the time. My loops.
Yeah, we hope you can get a little bit of footage for us. But how are you going to get it to us? How are you going to show it? I guess you could put it on the squad. You could just download it on the squad. Or download it on your show or your page.
Yeah. That'd be cool though.
Karen's at the beach says go to Tanya's Facebook. She just sold an AJC piece.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Karen. Oh, Karen, we need to have you on here too if we do the jewelry.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Always need to have that knowledge because
I cannot believe that Todd is on YouTube and on Facebook on a cruise.
I know it.
That's all I have to say. What the heck's he doing?
I know.
Sue says, so I didn't have any sales for days, and I listed a few things yesterday during the challenge and sold 4 things and have an offer pending.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. That's really good. Shows what listing does.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you.
Yep.
I must have missed his little monkey babies, as he calls them. He's a nut. I hope he's having a good time, though.
I know.
I love cruises. I love them.
I want to go.
I've never been on one. I plan on this this coming year going on one, but I've never been on one yet. Hopefully soon.
There's a place it is. We took a cruise. It was a 3-day cruise, and it goes to Mexico, Ensenada. But first it stops at Catalina Island, and that's just off the off the shore of like Long Beach, California.
Mhm.
And it's this huge. It's a pretty huge island. It's probably when you're flying over, it's probably pretty small, but it's a nice little tourist area. There's an area like there's in a certain area there's no cars allowed. It's basically just walking, and you can use like a golf cart or something like that. But it's just a very nice area.
I want to go on
Uh,
those whale cruises they have over there in Alaska.
huh.
See the whales and stuff. I think that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a site called Vacations to Go, and a friend of mine uses that all the time. And they have like a 90-day ticker. And if you can schedule within that, I mean, you can get cruises extremely cheap within those 90 days, like really cheap, because they're trying to fill it up.
Right.
So, yeah, and he's used it like 4 or 5 times, so I know it's legit.
I'll have to look at that. You guys know I want to go to. I'm going. Not I want to go. I'm going to Hawaii. Um, hopefully next year. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
And so I think what is it? We were thinking about going on the cruise, but I think I've kind of just changed my thoughts on that. It's a long cruise. It's like I think 10 days for the cruise.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little too long to be on a boat. So
Okay.
I mean they stop at different islands, different places, different ports, and then you can go off and do your thing, and then you're just back. You have to be back by a certain time, which is kind of nice. And you get your food and your room. That's all included. So it's kind of nice in that sense. But I don't know, Charles. I don't exactly know, and I think that's what he meant it to be.
Yeah. He wanted to make sure nobody could find him.
We're probably really lucky that we even know that he's on vacation.
I know.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. That's probably privileged information. Yeah, Turtle Bay Resort. That's actually me and Mike had planned, and we had actually reserved um a place there at Turtle Bay, and so just looking at it, researching it, and it really wasn't that expensive. It wasn't that bad. So, and so you just have to get there, buy your ticket or whatever. So, yeah, look pretty cool.
I had to check that out. I need to go somewhere.
I know.
Away.
Get away. Take Calgon, take me away.
Oh. I just went out for a while.
So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, and getting out and doing some traveling and seeing some places.
Yeah. Huh.
Let's see. Shantae says I almost double sold a dress yesterday, sold on Posh late last night, and hadn't ended it on eBay yet. Ooh.
Ooh.
Thankfully, they made an offer, so I declined and ended the item, but eBay is probably watching me now. Nah, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Summer says I'll just go live on my channel and whatever happens. The casino is iffy, but the pool and convention center hallways are always good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, be careful with the casinos.
Yeah, they're real picky.
Real strict
Yeah.
about taking pictures, let alone video.
Right.
So.
Well, lots of luck to you, Hank. I hope that works out really well.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, supposedly in Hawaii there is a helicopter ride, and Mike does not do like heights, or he didn't do heights or anything like that, and I want to go on this helicopter. And you take it around. It like shows you the different like waterfalls and just the different sites of the island, and I'm definitely doing that. And I told him, I said, that's a once in a lifetime thing. You're probably never going to do that again. Why not? I think it was pretty pricey. It was like $150 for, I don't know, maybe an hour or something. But why not? I'm the
Right.
kind of I'm totally like, when I'm on vacation, I want to do stuff that I don't normally do.
That's
I
how
want
I
to
am.
see the sights. I want to, you know, eat the food.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a just lay on the beach and do nothing type person. I want to be out and doing stuff.
right?
Yeah. Do the hula dancing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You got to go to a luau.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a definite. That's a definite.
I think that would be fun. I just need whoever's going to go to Hawaii to adopt me for that time if they go, and then they can unadopt me after and take me with you places.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person at a luau. I mean, I would be like, count me in. I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn the hula dance.
Yep. That's.
Come on,
Yep.
teach me how. I guess we're going to Guadalupe Island. Shark
Now your
diving.
daughter's going.
Anissa said. She said, I guess we're going to Guadalupe. I don't know what that is. Shark diving
okay.
for my husband's 50th birthday. That's cool.
Hopefully, be in a cage. I want to be out there swimming with the sharks.
Hey. She said, I'm not diving. I'm staying in the boat. You're probably the smartest one.
That is kind of crazy, though.
Yeah. Why not?
If they do the cage, I would do it, but I couldn't do it out in open water.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if I could do it in the cage. Just to like see that jaws coming towards you.
Can you imagine them coming right up to you? How cool would that
be? Good thing you'd already be in water, because I know I would be peeing.
It'll be
no
okay.
doubt about it. No.
I think that'd be fun.
Hi, guys.
I do too.
It's off Mexico. Cool. Cool.
Quiet.
Okay, tell us about all your action.
Oh, just them two griping at each other. They're sisters.
Oh Lord.
One's bitching about one's dog. The other one's bitching about the other's dog, and we're all just. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here while you guys fight. I'm just gonna go, and I'll come back later when you guys have woken up. And I go out to my goddamn truck. I got a parking ticket.
Oh,
No.
What?
$15 parking ticket in a place that I park every single time I go there.
in
And
the
it's
world?
like, where am I supposed to park? You've got no parking signs all over the place because they're doing construction. I mean, you got to let people park somewhere.
Right. Oh man.
They said I was in a crosswalk. Well, my trailer hitch, the ball on my hitch was in the
yeah.
crosswalk.
Oh
Oh
no.
gosh.
If I would have taken the goddamn ball off my truck, I wouldn't have got a ticket.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's crazy. This is Lord
I was
too
going to
much.
stay home today, but I didn't have anything to drink at home, so that's why I came to town and I thought, well, you can run at my daughter's house. No.
Karen said they give parking tickets in Wisconsin.
Yeah, they give them all to me.
He said, seriously, they're just trying to make some money. Cheeseburger money.
Yeah, I park there every time I go to my daughter's house. I park there.
That's crazy.
They're just looking for somebody to give a ticket. It's the end of the month. They're trying to make their quota.
And I was there for 15 minutes.
Anissa, your balls were in the walk.
Yeah, my balls were in.
Leave it
Oh
to
my
me.
gosh.
Ah,
That's crazy.
Oh.
That's Monday.
and my hip hurts so bad. I have a hard time walking. I was even hardly getting up and down them stairs, but I did. I made it. But I'm just like, great. Now I'm gonna sit in the truck. I think I might just drive home.
And they're in there arguing about the dogs, huh?
Yeah. And then my daughter's like, "Oh, great! Now you made mommy leave." And she's on the other daughter's like, "No, you're making mommy leave." And I'm just like, "You
Oh,
both
God.
are making mommy leave." I said, "I think I'm going to take
You
the
don't live
dogs
with
and
me
go
anymore.
somewhere else."
I could just leave.
I like this part.
You guys
Yeah,
moved out. I don't have to listen anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
yeah.
what?
If they were still living at home, I would have to sit there and listen to them.
Yep.
Nikki, did you say that you have a do you have a handicap placard?
I do. It's expired though. Why?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could dispute it and say that you're handicapped and that you needed to park close to the house that you were going to. But
Yeah, I don't think that excuses parking in a crosswalk. So it's my own fault. I should have got out, and if I would have pulled up a little further, which I could have, I wouldn't have got the ticket. So it's my fault.
yeah.
I'm just in a lot of pain today, and I'm pissed off. So I just
Right.
my own fault.
I understand. So
And
what
it's
you
only
got going
15
there? What do you got going on there,
Bridget.
Bridget?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I sold this stinking little teeny tiny bus pin. And I couldn't find it, so I'm dumping everything out.
You should.
knew it was in my
You know
drawer
what you should do with your pins? Go get some pieces of plastic canvas
Plastic.
and then pin them on the plastic canvas. And then just tie little pieces of yarn or little pieces of string on top, and you could hang them on a nail.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh my gosh. I'm dumping bags out because I have
Oh
bags
my
of pins.
gosh.
And
Yeah,
it's so tiny.
Yeah,
You
it is
take a
super
little-
tiny.
Take a decent sized piece of yarn and knot it
Okay.
together, right? And then stick the loop through the hole in the middle top hole in the plastic canvas, and then loop it around like a slip knot kind of thing, around
Okay.
the plastic canvas. And then you can hang a bunch of them. If you put a big enough nail, you can hang a bunch of them up on a nail.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it
Or a
sounds like a
hook.
good.
Yeah. Depending on how many pins you have. If you're like Monica Miller, you probably need a bunch of them. But she's got tons of pins, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of. Disney pins
And
I don't sell, but
and plastic canvas is like what, 50 cents a sheet or 30 cents a sheet or something like that.
okay.
It's not that expensive.
Interesting.
Let's go to the store and get some.
Hmm.
Put my
And
stupid
then it's
watch
something that you can reuse. Is why I say plastic canvas and not like say cardboard stock or something.
Okay.
You know, like plastic canvas, you'd be able to reuse it. So
Now I can't get my storage bin on.
I used to use plastic canvas for when I used to wear jewelry.
Yeah, well, we're all buying jewelry now, so that's gonna help a lot of people out.
Man. Oh.
But they're flat, you know, it's plastic canvas, so they're flat, so you'd be able to layer them, you know, like on a nail. If you had like a long nail sticking out, you
Yeah.
could like put them on top of each other and just, you know, or you
Right.
could have a few different nails or whatever and have them displayed that way or something, you know,
Yeah.
or command
Oh,
hooks
yeah.
or whatever. If you don't want to put a nail in your wall, you put command hooks up.
Oh, I don't care. Are you kidding me? I put all kinds of stuff in this wall. I have cup hooks over here where I hang my tape dispensers on. And
You know, we do what we need to do.
yeah. That's,
Yeah, you can put cuff links on there. On the bottom, you could string your bracelets on there along the bottom.
oh, okay. Yeah, because they have the little holes in them, right? Those
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do something because
Yeah,
what
'cause
I
you
just
could
did
hook
is
them
not going to work.
with the little hook thing on the bracelet on the one side of the bracelet or necklace. You could hook them on the holes, so they're hanging down, you know,
Good
and you could see them on the bottom.
Huh.
I know stuff.
Look at Nikki's all about organization and storage and
Now, if only I use those skills.
I was
I
about
have a
to
lot of
say.
skills. I have a lot of organization skills. It's just implementing them. Actually, I used to be very organized. My house has always been lived in, but it was always, I mean, you could eat off my floor, you know, everything, all my I had over 150 potpourri pots. I collected potpourri pots. And
oh
in
my gosh.
every week to week and a half, I would wash every single one of those potpourri pots. And I still worked full-time jobs and took care of my family and everything. And my bedding was washed every week. My everything was done like clockwork. My house was totally spotless, but yeah, I used to be actually organized.
And then you hit the age of 40 and it all
And
goes
then at the age of
downhill.
40, it all went to shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I just don't give a shit. Actually, between us, my mother-in-law passed away. I think I'm going through like a phase where like when a kid
You'll
moves
have
out
to.
of their house, out of their
Mhm.
parents' house, and they can, so now they don't have to do their dishes once every day, and they can just leave them, and they can just do whatever they want. I think I'm going through that. When my mother-in-law passed away, it lifted a thing because she used to come over for house inspections.
house
Well,
inspection.
well, it wasn't really house inspection, but she'd come over just to see if I was keeping the house clean.
But it was house inspection.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. She used
Weird.
to send her boyfriend over to look through my windows, make sure I was home.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okie dokie. I get
Bill
labeled to be a bad mother-in-law.
And just so my husband wouldn't have to hear it, you know, I had to make sure the house was, well, I mean, I liked living in a clean house anyways, but
Wow.
she would, even if my house was spotless, if there was like one little piece of paper on the floor, she'd say I made her son live in a pigsty.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
And one time I worked this job, I worked midnight shift, like Sally at a gas station. And I was pregnant with Amanda at the time. Worked midnight shift. My back was constantly going out, but I was working doubles and everything. And that whole month I'd worked 31 days straight, doubles and everything, midnights. And well, Gary had had his mom and dad over for dinner one night. I wasn't there. I was at work. We had some meat that we needed eaten up, so he invited them over to eat it up, you know. And and Gert's boyfriend, of course. Well, his dad lived with us. Excuse me. Anyways, so he invited his mom and her boyfriend over, and apparently, she told Gary that he should divorce me because the dishes weren't done.
Oh,
And that he
wow.
shouldn't have to live like that. He goes, Ma, she's been working 30 days straight, doubles and everything. He said, I can do the dishes. And she says, you shouldn't have to do the dishes. You work for a living.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
so do I.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Time for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
That was the one and only time in our marriage that he stuck up for me against his mom.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well.
That's why I always told Gary, if you got any question that I love you, stop and think about what I up with all them years. And my mother-in-law only died like 2 years ago. So
Wow.
it was a long, long marriage.
Yeah, Shantae says I couldn't have been nice to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was. I used to, she'd call me up every time she moved. She's a chronic mover, And I hate to speak ill of the dead, but anyways, she was a chronic mover all the time. Move, move, move. And so every time she moved, she had to have uh, shelf paper put in her cupboards. And so I'd go over there because she was elderly and going blind, and I'd go over there and lay down all of her cupboard lining and drawer lining and do all that. And every time she needed like thorough cleaning done, I'd go over and do that. I took her to all of her cancer treatments down in the Twin Cities. I'd sit down there for 3 days each time, and we went down there for about, I don't know, it was like 10 times. Took her to all of her doctor's appointments up here, rearranged my schedule, even though I was working full time.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then when she was real sickly, and we had to put her, she couldn't walk, she couldn't transfer herself into her wheelchair. Well, I couldn't lift her anymore because of my own injuries. And so she had to go in a nursing home. But I still was, I like moved into town and stayed at her place and just kind of shut my house down. We moved into town, and she would give the nurses a hard time. But when I'd go there and tell her, hey, knock it off, or Gary would go there and say, hey, knock it off, she would behave. And so yeah, we pretty much gave up our life and moved into town and took care of her, at the nursing home. We had to go there all hours of the night. We told them, if she gives you any problems, just give us a call. We'll run up here. And so I did.
Wow.
But that's what you do for family. Her family kind of was like, her daughter wouldn't put up with it. And they didn't have a very good relationship. But that's not the way I was raised. I was raised no matter what, you take care of your family.
Right. Yeah.
I blame my parents.
Morning, Mike. Good morning. Good morning.
But me and Gary have always had a good relationship, good marriage, so I mean, it was worth putting up with her,
Yeah. Morning, Mike and Diane.
all right. Okay.
No, I'm a conversation killer.
On
On to the next thing in news. Did you hear Family 05 got their channels shut down?
Family of, I don't know who that is.
Family 05 and Daddy 05. Yeah, they're child abusers. They used to torment their kids on YouTube for views.
What?
And yeah, and they got YouTube permanent deleted. something
Well,
I
good
deleted
enough
or
for
something.
them.
Yeah, they had some of their kids taken away, and his kids, and they were sent back to their biological mother like a year ago, and then they were on like 5 years probation for it, and then they started making videos again, and they started getting bad again. So yeah, YouTube just deleted their
Are you
permanently
stupid?
channels.
Yeah, they didn't deserve to be on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
No.
Never heard of them.
Mm. I didn't. I had heard of them. I never watched their shows though, because I mean they had this one kid. He had DAOD or DOD or something like that.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I don't know what the letters were called, but I thought it was AOD or something. But anyways, something kind of ADD or ADHD or something like that. You know, kind of that kind of thing. Well, anyways, they would
Mm-hmm.
sit and torment him, and he would just go into these fits of rage. And well, the kid was being tormented, you know. And I mean, there were videos where they're like, "I'm sick of being in this house." I mean, these are little kids, you know. These are kids like, I suppose 7, 6, you know, 8. You know, they were just little kids, you know. And yeah, they were just tormented and tormented.
Wow.
Oh my god. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not saying nothing.
I know, right?
It was child abuse.
Well,
They deemed it as child abuse, and they should have.
it's a shame that people were actually watching that for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what is a shame. You know,
in the
shame
grand
on
scheme of
them.
things, I mean, he only had 235,000 subscribers. Now,
Oh my
that
God.
that is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of people watching that kind of BS.
Mm-hmm.
But in YouTube land, that's really not that many subscribers. I mean, you know,
Right.
but yeah, they made a decent living on it. And like they would tell their kids, you know, they said that it was mostly pre-planned, you know, they'd play pranks on their kids and stuff, you know, and just torment the hell out of them. And then they'd show videos of him telling them, well, if you can go to Disneyland if we get, you know, this many views and blah blah blah, and they would, you know, buy their kids stuff or whatever. But yeah, crazy.
It's still not right.
No, 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 it's not right at all. And I mean, these are little kids, you know, they're
Yeah. Definitely giving them the wrong impression on, you know,
anyways,
how they
Google it. There's a whole long story about it. I never watched them. I heard about them, but I never watched them. I never promoted them. I never talked about them because I didn't want them to get the notoriety, you know.
right. They didn't deserve that
No.
No,
Not
at all.
I've just heard about them after like last year they got in trouble for child abuse. So that was when I found out about them, and yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the problem with some YouTubers, you know. I mean, you know, they gotta try to reach the next limit, you know,
Right.
and try to outdo themselves and try to get to the next level, you know. And I don't know, I don't know, abusing your children and putting somebody else at risk or anything like that. It's not worth it to me.
No.
Right.
There's other ways of making good money. You don't need to do that.
So true. Well, how was everyone's sales this weekend?
Mine were
Good.
crap
Really good.
until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. Yesterday they were pretty good.
I
No
was getting
sale.
confused there for a minute. I was like, huh?
He's looking forward to tomorrow. Leave her alone.
Ready for the day to be over with.
But you know,
She's gonna tell us all the lottery numbers too.
I feel like eBay is getting back to normal. I hate to say that because usually when I say that it goes to shit again. But I've been listing and now I've been selling.
Yeah.
So it's back to the way it used to work for me, you know?
Right.
Right.
As it
Now I'm,
should be.
so now I'm excited about getting some listings done today. Because I feel like if I get some listings done today, I'm going to get some sales today, you know?
Right. Right. Preach it,
Like the
sister.
month of June, it didn't matter if I stood on my head or bounced up and down on my head or
Right.
whatever. I couldn't get sales worth
Yeah,
nothing.
June. Yeah. I mean, my June sales were sucky too, and so now July I'm where I should be, but it's saying I'm up 20.5%.
Huh.
But it's because June was so crappy. So
Right.
Well, doesn't that mean you're up that many percentage from last year? Isn't that what that means?
now it says last 31 days.
Oh, last
Month.
31 days. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of June being so crappy. So now I'm where I'm supposed to be.
yeah.
But it's saying you're doing extra good.
Yeah.
Yes. Because June did extra bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Gosh.
That is true.
So confusing.
We didn't have nothing on Saturday. We had one on Friday and two yesterday.
That's good.
So it's been kind of quiet with us, but we didn't list Saturday, so
Yeah, I did kind of stinky Saturday, but I wasn't really doing anything because I was at the auction.
Yeah.
But Friday and Sunday made up for it. So that was good.
Sorry I didn't do my walk this morning, everybody. I couldn't walk. Hardly.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There's going to be days that are like that.
mm-hmm.
And it's sad to say, but I was glad you canceled.
Gary's like, maybe you should just sit there and chit chat with the other ones while they walk. You don't need to impress your friends. I says, I'm not trying to impress my friends. I said, I actually canceled the show today. He goes, well, you didn't need to cancel. You could have just chit chatted with them while they walked. I was like, well, that would be kind of asinine.
You walk, I'll watch you.
You guys get out there and walk. I'm going to watch you.
What's wrong with that?
I'm going to sit on the couch and eat my bonbons while you walk. I'll talk to you.
Like, get out there. Left.
Valerie, move.
Yeah. Faster. Get those legs up.
Good morning, Sally.
Right.
Whoa.
Sally, you were looking extra cute yesterday.
Like,
Sally, you okay?
You're still cute.
yeah.
No.
Right.
She's saying yeah, but her head was shaking no.
I went to sleep at 5:30.
Oh my gosh. Sally.
Sally Ann.
Sally Ann, that's right.
Ooh, in
She's got to
trouble.
get her body used to working nights again, though. I don't blame her.
Well,
Yeah.
I had to stay up so I can get ready to work and stuff, and yeah, that's why I didn't wake up with my alarm. I was like, hell no, I get up.
I'll go. Damn it! What the?
My husband was so proud of himself the other day. He called me up because Saturday he had to go into work and haul some stuff because they had a big thing for Amsoil for his job this weekend, and it was some big kind of convention or whatever for all the dealers and stuff. Well, anyways, they had these signs. I don't know if you can see them, but there's these big signs, you know. Well, on the other side, they're completely white. So he calls me up the other day, he's like, and they're board, you know, foam board. anyways, he's like, I got you a present, dear. And I said, what? You know, he goes, well, it's not that exciting, so don't get excited. He said, but I'll show you when I get there. And he was so freaking excited about these stupid boards. He's like, look, you know, and I'm like, there's signs. They got writing on them. What about it, you know? And he's like, no, but when you turn them over, they're a white background for you. And I was like, oh, okay, great, you know, which is a good thing. I mean, because I do a lot of like dirty parts. Well,
Right.
that doesn't sound good, but like automotive parts and stuff like that that have dirt in them, you know.
We know, Nikki.
Yes.
try.
We know
You
all
see-
about those dirty parts.
you didn't see my food porn the other day, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
That's what Sir Thrift called it.
Oh, Nikki.
That was funny though.
And really, it wasn't meant to be that way. I was going more for comedy than porn, but whatever. Whatever worked. Anyways, so these are actually a good thing because, I mean, these are things that I can like throw away. And they're like that shiny foam, so I might even be able to wash them off and let them make them last a little bit. Well, anyways, he got tons of them. And they're like filling up the back seat. Well, yesterday we had to go get my daughter and from her friend's house because she came back from her festival, her country fest. And he's like, oh, you just had to have these boards. Now they're in the way and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't ask you to bring all those boards home.
Remember the surprise?
Yeah, you surprised me with them, remember? I mean, they're a good thing, but oh my God, yesterday they just kept getting in the way and he was getting just frustrated with them. And he's like, God dang it, you just had to have these boards, didn't you? And I was like, I didn't put them anywhere. You did.
Dang.
He's the one that suggested it.
But I'm glad he got them. They were a good idea. And then he's like, well, I picked up these small ones too. And then he goes, oh crap, they have these. Well, they're these small little signs. They're about, I don't know, 5x7 or whatever, maybe. Anyways, he's like, I figured you could use these for little items. And I'm like, well, I just have one board for whatever size items. You know, I mean, I don't want to switch out boards. Well, anyways, he looked on the back and they have these little things like picture frames have on them that fold out, you know, little stands like picture frame. And he's like, oh, these aren't going to work. He goes, well, I could take a heat gun and get these off for you so that they'll come off nice and easy. I said, really, it's not worth it. I said, I'll just keep the big ones. You can throw away the little ones. No,
Yeah.
no, I can do this and get them nice for you. I said, it's not worth it. I'll probably just burn those.
Aw.
He tried.
He tried.
He was pretty excited. He's
That's
very
great.
He's looking for stuff for you, you know?
Yeah.
He's very thoughtful that way.
So,
Did you see Deb's quote yesterday?
No,
I didn't see it until
I think
just
I missed
now.
I think I missed it.
It says she stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her away, she adjusted her sails.
Yeah, that was good.
that's a good one.
Mhm.
she comes up with
I
some
like-
good things.
Yeah, I like these, Deb.
Yeah, those
Me
were.
too. Keep it up.
Yeah, she posts them every day for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I ordered some shirts yesterday that she put up there.
Oh,
Did
good.
you?
Yeah, we got more. I got Marcel one and me one. So
Good.
got to help out the community.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Those are cool. I like those.
Stellar seller.
That's right.
I was like, that's a great shirt.
I know. That's pretty cool.
Somebody get on that because I don't know how to make shirts, but yeah, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
I know. I was hoping that with the reseller workout, I was hoping that Teespring would have had. I looked a couple weeks ago and nobody has exercise bands. You know, I wanted some of those sweat bands.
Mm-hmm.
I think those went out in the 70s.
Put a patch
Nikki.
on it that says reseller workout. I thought those would have been cute as hell, and I
Yep.
thought people would have bought the heck out of those.
Yeah.
Or have like a patch that says "I walk with Poplar Picker" or something like that. Anyway, I might put some T-shirts up for that. I don't know. We'll see. I've been thinking about that for a couple weeks. But I thought the sweatbands would have been cool, like some of them rainbow sweatbands or something.
Yeah,
I thought people would have loved those.
those have been funny.
But nobody sells them.
Oh, poophead.
Not to be printed on, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even want to get out of bed this morning. I was so sore. I was like, no, I'm not going to town. And then I was like, oh, wait, I don't have nothing to drink. Because I didn't buy nothing. I didn't buy no pop because I thought I was going to town this morning.
You could add water.
That's always an option.
Yeah, I don't like my water, though.
Oh.
And I mean, we're out of bottled water and everything. I just didn't. I thought, well, I'm going to town tomorrow anyways. I'll just do my shopping tomorrow. Yeah, well.
We had my mom's birthday party yesterday, and my son hasn't seen her. My mom helped raise my two kids with me.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like a second mom more than a grandma to them. So my son hasn't seen her in a while, and she's very mad if the kids don't come and see her. So we walk in, and my son just moved in with me in March. And when he moved in with me, he was very, 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 very thin. He had some issues, and he just didn't eat. And so now that he's been living here, he's gained about 30 pounds. So my mom says to him, she goes, "Hey, JR, come here." He comes over, she goes, "You're getting fat."
Oh.
Danny. She's 88. She has a right to say.
Yeah, they don't care. They say that whatever they want.
He goes, "Thanks, Nanny. I'll never eat again." I said to him, "But you look a lot better than you did when you first moved in here."
Yeah.
Did you say that's your grandma?
She didn't know. My mom.
Oh, your mom's 88?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. She had me when she was 43.
Wow.
And she had my younger brother when she was 47.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But it was her first, and then I have a sister that's 16 years older than me, and a brother that's 20 years older than me. And her first husband died of multiple sclerosis, and then she married my dad. So, and had two kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
She's lived a tough life, but she's strong. She still lives on her own, and
Wow.
so
that says something. If you still have all your faculties and you can live on your own, and that has to stand for something.
Yep. And her heart doctor, years ago, she had congestive heart failure. And so she's been going to the heart doctor, every year since then. And that was like 20 years ago. Actually, he just told her, he goes, "You don't have to see me anymore." He goes, "Your heart's fine. There's nothing wrong."
Wow.
Huh.
He goes, "You don't have to come see me anymore." So she was happy about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't happen very often.
No.
When a doctor says, "You don't have to come see me no more," that doesn't happen very often. So.
Right.
That's good.
Yep.
And she must have did what she was supposed to do and ate what she was supposed to eat.
No, she was not really. But she never, not saying, not saying smoking. She's never smoked. She's never really drank alcohol. You know what I mean? She never did anything like that. So not saying that
yeah
is a factor, but.
Well, I have a cousin who he was told many times, quit smoking. He wouldn't quit smoking. He had heart problem after heart problem after heart problem. Now he's probably not, he's in his 60s somewhere, probably late 60s, middle to late 60s. Anyways, but he's always been active. He's been skinny, and whatever. But he quit smoking a couple of years ago, and yeah, I mean, he looks great. I mean, he looked horrible when he was going through all them heart problems. Most people when they have heart problems, their color is bad and everything, and because you're not getting enough oxygen everywhere you're supposed to, and anyways, yeah, he quit smoking a couple of years ago, and yeah, he looks fabulous, and he feels great, and he's not so grumpy. He used to be kind of grumpy on the grumpy side, and yeah, he's just happy as a lark now,
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And he always gets on, Nikki, you need to quit smoking. You look at me now. You need to quit smoking. I was like, yes, I know.
Yeah, it's so hard. I smoked when I was in high school, and then when I got pregnant for my son, I quit. But even then, it was hard, know.
Yeah.
And I didn't smoke that much. So, hi, Lori.
Good morning.
So, did anybody see Comfy Life's? I know it was like 8:54 a.m. Do y'all think eBay will target sellers if they don't go with free returns?
I don't think so. I don't do free returns.
I don't do free returns.
So
me and Ballard were just looking at that last night. Because she was like, I think I'm still top rated plus, and I said, you're only top rated plus if you do free return. And she's like, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm sure. And I showed her where to look, and she's like, oh, I guess I'm not,
I'm not top rated plus, but I don't really care. I mean, I have enough.
I'm not either. And I had actually went through whenever it first came out, whenever it first rolled out and stuff, I went through my listings and I changed a couple hundred to allow for free shipping or free returns so that I could try it. And I changed them all back last night. I was like, well, I ain't doing this if they're not going to give me anything for it. Why would I do that to myself?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and changed it all back last night. But
I am probably not going to do free returns until I'm forced to. But
I think it'll come to a time to where they make us.
The stuff I sell doesn't have a high return rate anyways, so it probably wouldn't hurt me if I did do free returns. But I just figure, usually when they did like 30-day returns and 60-day returns, I didn't even argue. I just did it, started changing over right away because I knew eventually I'd have to, but I think I'm going to buck a little bit on the free returns. I don't think I'm going to do it until I have to.
I mean, like I was telling Charles, I don't do free returns. I don't do sales. I don't do promotions. I'm like kind of the minority with all that, but my sales are fine. So why mess with it,
And honestly, back when I was selling a lot of stuff, I never ran sales. I never did anything, any of that. I never used to knock down my prices hardly ever unless I had something for like a year. Which wasn't very often.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll knock down my prices after like 30 days. Like if I have something listed for $15, I'll put it down to 12. But
yeah, if I was trying to shoot the moon with a price, I would lower it sooner than later. But
yeah. If I do free shipping, I don't do free returns. But if I charge you for shipping, then I'll do free returns. So, but that was just me. And then if it's heavy stuff, then I kind of look at it and see what I'm going to do.
Yeah, the heavy free returns is no way. Yeah. Like when I sell stereo receivers and, speakers and stuff like that, I don't want to do free returns. I know they work fine because I've tested them and I just don't.
Yeah, because you're gonna get them back anyway. But if it's like over 3 pounds, then I won't do free returns, and I'm not doing free shipping on that.
I don't do anything.
Did you guys see the end of the challenge yesterday? It was freaking awesome.
Oh my gosh! Like came down to the last second.
Yeah,
Mary.
Like there was 4 people with 1 point.
Oh my god!
And then at 7 minutes till the end, Mary got another point, but she had to show proof and her computer wasn't cooperating. So she was trying to, and the pot's like $84, $86, you know, it's a good pot. So they were going to have to all split it between 4 of them. Valerie was already figuring it out and everything. And so it came down to 7 minutes, and then she didn't even I mean, she messaged Valerie with like some of the proof before the very end, and then she got the rest to her, like, and it was still at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock like, there, but like, yeah, it was pretty good.
58 seconds. That was crazy.
Gosh.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, wow. She was freaking out. She's like, I'm trying to get it together over here, and just to throw my computer out the window.
Yeah, I got up yesterday morning. I put my money in. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this challenge today. And then my daughter called. Yeah, I'm going to be there in 2 hours. I got to be picked up. I was like, son of a bitch. Well, and that means we were going to town, and Gary was going to town with me, and, we were going to have to visit with family, and, like, crap. I still ended up getting 10 things listed yesterday, though.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Even with all that? Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to list a ton, but I got 20 listed.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, I was at my sister's longer than I thought, but that's all right.
I've always said, if we consistently list a lot of items every day, I mean, if you have to take a break in there one day, sometimes even 2 days, it's okay as long as you're most of the time consistently listing a good amount of items. Usually a day or two is not going to hurt your momentum.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you pick back up and keep going,
I can't wait for my vacation, but I'm kind of dreading it because, I mean, that's going to be 11 days that I'm not going to be listing.
Yeah, that's going to kill your momentum.
Yeah. I'm going to be vacation mode.
You'll have, through most of that 11 days, you'll still have your momentum going.
Right.
Probably at least half of it, you'll probably still have your momentum going.
Well, you want to hear something funny? I was thinking about packing a few things, like smaller things to list while I'm there.
Wouldn't hurt.
Jewelry or something,
Or do some drafts. Save some drafts so that when you're sitting there, on your phone, you can make them go live.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Even if you did like 5 a day or something, at least it would keep your activity moving. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I didn't think about drafts. See, I never do drafts. I don't think about them. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Or
you have like a
you
smartphone, right, Bridget?
Jot some notes down. You can
have
take
a smartphone, right?
Jot some notes down or whatever, and take a notebook with you or something,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a iPhone, Sally.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know all about listing on the move.
I was just worried.
That would be
going to be a long time.
That would be ultimately the best way to do it. Just make sure that your handling time is out on those two.
Yeah.
Right, like 10 days probably. To begin with.
Well, give yourself some time because you're a high number seller. So when you get back home, home, you're going to have a whole lot of shit to sell, or I mean to ship.
Yeah.
You need to give yourself a couple extra days to make sure you can fulfill that.
Right. Well, my son's going to be here still, and he knows where so if I can tell him exactly where something is, he used to work for the UPS store, so he knows how to pack.
Oh, that's good.
If it's something, I could just kind of give him like 2 or 3 things to do a day. And well, he can't go to the post office, but I could figure that out.
Yeah.
Can you call for a pickup?
Yeah, I'll call for a pickup.
Yeah. I would still put my handling time out, just to be honest.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because let me tell you, that's how I got screwed up one time with my store. Was when I was on vacation and didn't figure out my handling days properly. And yeah, I got nailed with a whole lot of returns because I was selling just as much then as I was selling. It was actually probably my best month. It was in August, and it was my best month selling on eBay ever, of course. When I was on vacation, I was on vacation almost the whole month. And yeah, I really screwed up and had a whole lot of dings. Yeah. Put my account below standard within 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
it
of
was bad.
shipping late? Or?
Yeah, shipping late.
Wow. Yeah, I thought you could just put it on
time
vacation mode, but
I miscounted the days and
oh no.
yeah.
What's the maximum? 10?
Well, it was no. I think you can go out 30 days, can't you?
Yeah, you can do 30 days.
I miscounted and it ended up being, before I realized it, it ended up being like a domino effect. Because when I got back, it was like, well, I still have a couple more days to get these shipped. So I'll only get these ones shipped right now. I'll focus on these ones right now. And then I'll just every day, go down and down, keep knocking them off. Well, it ended up being the domino effect until I realized that I'd screwed up my counts because all of a sudden eBay was telling me things were late, showing as late, but I wasn't looking at my metrics, and so I didn't realize it at first. And then when I finally realized it had already been a big domino effect on me.
Oh no.
I mean, that was when I was selling, 10, 12 items a day,
Right. Oh yeah, it
so
adds up fast.
Up a couple days, that's 20 items dinged,
Ugh.
Yeah, so just make sure you have your counts right, and don't be afraid to add a couple extra days on just in case.
Right.
Because usually when you come back from vacation, it's hard to get back into the swing of things, and the last thing you want to do is package 100 items.
Right. And we're coming back on a Friday, so at least I'll have the weekend.
Right.
That'll help.
We're leaving on a Tuesday, so I can get my Monday shoot done, which is good. Yep. Didn't want to leave on a Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you're flying there, right?
Yes. Yep.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Florida, Disney World.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were doing that.
Yeah. September 11th through the 20th. Wait, when am I going?
I want to figure that out.
Oh, I'm coming back on a Thursday. Oh. Huh.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, I don't. I hope they bump me though. That's why I'm thinking Friday, because I'm hoping I get bumped, so I can get a free airline ticket.
There you go.
Yeah, so you better add a couple extra days in case you get bumped.
If I can get a free airline ticket to anywhere, I'm going to be going to Hawaii too, Valerie.
Yep, we'll just go together.
Yeah. That would be fun. They find us passed out somewhere on a beach or something.
Yep. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to travel anywhere, by myself. I want a buddy to go with. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to travel by myself.
It's no fun.
No.
OJ says, Nikki, I keep thinking when my kids are older, I'll be able to list more. You're saying that's not true? No.
You can't.
I am. Honestly, it's when my kids were at home, my business was better and I was working a full-time job. I was a lot more focused on the task at hand because I had limited time. Everything had to be just right so that I could fit everything into my life, including my kids, my full-time job, keeping the house clean, cooking supper, all that. Going to different things for the kids, vacation, all that stuff. And I was a lot more focused because I had so much to do, which it wasn't hard to keep it all balanced. But now I don't have kids at home. I have no schedule. I have no job. I just can do whatever the hell I want. And yeah, I'm kind of bad at that. I'm kind of bad when I don't have responsibilities. But then when I'm focused and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this done today, then something like yesterday happens. My daughter calls and says, okay, I need a ride home. I'm like, crap. And then or I'll hurry up and start getting stuff going. And then my husband will be like, you going to bring me some lunch?
No.
Yeah, family always gets in the way. So that's why I'm really excited about getting that building and starting my new business, because then I'm going to tell people, no, I can't leave. I have people coming.
Yeah.
And I will have an excuse. Whether people are coming or not, I can say, no, I can't. I have people coming.
Yep.
And I've even thought of telling Gary that he can just drop me off there so I don't have a vehicle.
Yeah.
Then I have no reason. Then I've got a complete excuse of why I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I have a schedule. This is my schedule.
Oh Jesus, Nikki, here, take of my responsibilities. I'm just trying to help you out. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that was, I was scheduled all the way to the days I cleaned my house and everything. I mean, I had it all down to a T. I mean, I was so focused.
Yeah.
I've always excelled. I've always excelled when I had a lot of things to do.
Right, because you have to keep a schedule.
Yeah. I'm good in a high-paced environment. I'm good with deadlines.
Right. That's what I like. That's why I make a goal list for myself, for a daily goal list. Between this time and this time I do this, because I have to, or I'll just sit here all day and get down rabbit holes and shop Goodwill and shop Disney. Shop
Bridget.
And I've tried that goal thing. I've tried that 6-list crazy picker life told me to do, or told everybody to do. I've tried it all, and but I can't fire myself.
Right.
If I don't get mine done, but then now my husband's kind of putting the pressure on me because he's like, well, if you don't start making money, you're gonna have to get a job. And I was like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, right then and there, I'd be like, all right, I'm listed 50 today.
So now I'm just a lot more focused on getting my other business going so I don't have to get a job.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. But the place is packed wall to wall of stuff.
Oh.
And Gary told me, we were talking about it. He goes, you know what? He goes, that guy would have to, in order to get that stuff cleaned out, he's going to have to hire labor ready to come and get that stuff cleaned out of there before you want it. He says, and labor ready is he'd have to pay labor ready at least $20 an hour because they double whatever they pay their person an hour,
Right.
He says, so they'd have to pay labor ready at least $20 an hour, because in Duluth, the minimum wage is $10 an hour. So that would be the minimum that they'd have to pay. So it'd cost them at the least $400 each day for each person or for labor ready to come and clean that out. And it's going to take more than one day because this place is packed, wall to walls to ceiling. And then he's going to have to hire he's going to have to buy a dumpster, or at least a couple dumpsters, which those are at least $80 a piece, if not more. And then he's going to have to all these prices. He said, so when you talk to the guy, you tell him we'll clean it out if he gives you 2 months free rent. Tell
there you
him
go.
because the first month rent, the first month free, we're not even going to be able to get in there for the first month because it's going to take us a while to get that cleaned out.
Yeah.
And we're not going to charge him for a dumpster or anything because we can burn pretty much anything at our house and we'll just take the rest of it to the auction house, get rid of it. So he said, tell him if he gives us 2 months free, we'll clean it out for him.
So let me ask you this. So on that, all that stuff, is that are you is that your stuff, or what is going to happen with all that stuff?
That's what
Well,
I
we
was
got to
wondering.
figure it out. He doesn't know because the person just didn't pay their rent.
Oh,
So he's not sure if because this is a different one than the one that I was going for before, because the other one, this one came up available and the other one's not, but it's the same price, same size, same price.
mm-hmm.
Anyway, this one is an old lady had it, and she's got numerous other. The only reason why I know this part is because I was at a sale at this place a couple of years ago, and I mean, you could barely walk through the place. I mean, it's just, I mean, you had to walk sideways through this place. And there was a kid there, a young man there, and he was like, "Yeah, we're trying to help her clean everything out and liquidate everything." It sounded real fishy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if these guys had gotten this woman to let them do whatever they want or whatever. Not sure what that case was. But anyways, apparently she just stopped paying the rent. So she's way behind on rent. And he's like, so we got to figure out if we have to go through like a whole eviction process of like 30 days. And do we have to hold on to the stuff for like 60 days? I know when when my brother ran rentals, he had to give them a 30-day notice. And then if they didn't, whatever they left, he had to hold on for like 60 or 90 days and blah, blah, blah. So they got to figure out all those logistics.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do anything till I tell them yes or no, you know. Um, and so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out my financial situation to try to figure out if I'm going to be able to swing it, you know, until everything gets going. So anyways, yeah, so we figured if we tell them, hey, you know, so we're not sure what's going to happen with the stuff, but if he says, she's just not going to take anything, or if it's just going to all be left, I'm going to tell him, hey, give me 2 months free, and I will get the place, and then that would help me better afford it financially. The stress wouldn't be on me as bad to afford it financially, if I did it that way too, because then I'd have 2 months to
You
get
got
my
2 months
finances straightened out too.
to get
Right.
things moving. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, to save up 2 months rent, and then, you know, I'd always be 2 months ahead of schedule. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna. And I mean, yeah, I mean, he can do it himself. I mean, if he wants to complain, I'll say, hey, well, I'll have to give him all those examples. I'll be like, fine, you hire labor ready at da 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 da, and you do this at da 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 da. Maybe it'll make him think, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. Her plan sounds a lot better.
Well, that's the thing, and then they don't have to do anything. I'll do it all. You know.
Mm.
Right.
Well, I just get a couple of my nephews over there, our 30-some foot trailer, and take whatever I can to the auction house and dump it there. And then anything that I can get rid of, I'll just go home and burn or scrap, you know, throw in the scrap pile. Or even stop at the city dump on the way home, you know.
That is true.
But yeah, this place is at 1,674 square feet. So it's not huge, but it's big enough for
No, that's
storage
good.
and to run a to start off a business. I think it's fine. Um, and then there's like a wood wall that's like towards the back, and I told my husband that he could bring that forward a little bit. Then I can use that as a split between my eBay business and my other business.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have behind that wall storage for my eBay, and then everything else in the front, Um, and I can have my shipping station and everything else in the front of that wall. Well, anyways, so I mean it'll work out perfectly for now. I mean, I may need more space eventually, but he's got 24,000 square feet of extra space that you can rent if need be, with pallet racking and all that. Um, so yeah, I mean it's room to expand also if I need to without having to move
Right.
locations. So that's why I think it's a good spot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, I
It
would,
doesn't
now that place, does it have a place next door that's available also?
next to the place that I'm gonna rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
So, I mean, that I would keep that in mind, when you do decide, if you decide to go through with it, I would
Yeah.
keep that in mind, and that way if something comes up, of course anybody can rent that, but um, that way
I don't think we've got people can.
if you needed more room, you could always, rent that other place too.
Yeah, well the thing is that I'm not worried about that because when we were in there he's like, "Yeah, and I have this place, but the Minnesota Ballet is renting this place, but we can move them around. They don't mind. And we can put them in another spot if you'd rather have this spot." And then he's got this other like a box distributor or something. And he's like, "Yeah, he doesn't care where his stuff is. So if you need this space, we can move him around and you can have this space. So I mean, yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
And but then I told him, I said, "Well, if I rent from you, I don't want to be shuffled around. Leave
Right.
me alone.
Right.
I want mine because some of these other places aren't as secure as this one is. This one I'd be able to keep under lock and key, whereas the other spaces, I mean, they could be under lock and key if we were to put like walls up or whatever, but which is okay to do. Um, so yeah, I mean, I could rent more spaces if I needed to.
Yeah.
That's good though.
The only thing I see as a problem is the same business that I want to open. He still has his spot. He's no longer in business, but he still has that place.
Hmm.
Um, so my only issue is what if he reopens his business? Then we've got two of the same business in the same building. That's my only thing. But I don't know if it'd be a big issue. Because Gary's like, well, you can have two of the same businesses in the same town. I said, yeah, in the same town, but in the same building,
Yeah.
competing businesses. I don't think that would probably be right. But
Yeah.
because he still has that spot and he hasn't taken his sign down, but he no longer has the business open. Um, like the website is down and everything,
Right.
and has been for months and months, probably a year now. So
OJ says everybody needs to block this crazy buyer. JLLERIA1. Just got her negative feedback removed. Serial negative feedback lever.
oh boy,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right, Dwayne. Yours will just have to be better.
yeah.
Your business will have to be better.
Well, the thing
hers
is
will.
that his business. See, his business is the business that I wanted to buy years ago.
Right.
So if anybody has ever listened to me, they'll know exactly what business this is. But anyways, when he bought it, I was bidding against him on this business.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and then I ended up dropping out. So anyways, then he quit this, just closed this business down, and he's taking the stuff from his business and giving it to somebody of a similar business to take care of this, to do the stuff for him, because his people quit on him. So so that's another potential. Maybe he'll give me some of his stuff to do too.
Right.
And it's not that this business didn't work, because it did. It's just it didn't work for him because his person had left, had quit on him, and he couldn't find anybody to take over for her. And he didn't have time to do it himself. He has other businesses that he takes care of, that he does, and
So
that he owns.
it just wasn't a priority.
Yeah. So it's not that. Yeah, it's not that I'm gonna do this business and it's gonna fail because his didn't work out. That's not the case.
Right. Yeah. You just have to be better than him.
Yeah. Well, it's just
Show
I'd
how
be
it's
doing it
done.
myself. I'd be doing it myself, not depending on somebody else like him.
Right.
Because without his employees, he doesn't have enough time to do it. So
Yeah. So I really don't think you have anything to worry about, like him
No.
starting up his business again. I would just do it.
Well, especially since he let the domain go back and everything. I mean, he doesn't have the website, nothing up anymore. So
Yeah.
you can't call the phone number anymore, nothing. So the only thing he has is the place, and he's still doing that kind of business, but with somebody else's business.
Right.
I should say it's really hard to talk about this without explaining what kind of business it is.
Oh, sure.
I am so excited though for you. Like,
If you
as
guys
it
can
was
figure it out.
Yeah, I'm just like, just do it. Just
I
do
know.
What are you waiting for?
it. Jump in.
I know, and I can have the backing of my dad, but I'm trying to do it without that,
Right.
So
Yeah, but still. Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
I need to find some more cheeseburger money.
There you go. There you go. Gotta have that cheeseburger money.
Well, then the other day we were at Walmart and Gary's like, "Oh, maybe I should get you one of these GoPros." I said, "Gary, we are not going to put any more money into this thing that does not make me any money." We've already bought a $500 computer for it, but that's
Oh my
okay
gosh.
because I'll be able to use it for my new business. And
Right.
we've already gotten Wi-Fi, $60 a month for this thing that doesn't work, that doesn't make any money. And then he bought me those expensive headphones. And I was like, no, we're not putting any more money into YouTube.
Well, if you did that other thing on YouTube, I bet you'd make lots of money.
Yeah, maybe.
Your what is it called? Muck something? Muck baby?
Oh God.
Oh my god, that had I was laughing so hard.
Bridget likes to watch you eat on cam.
It was just funny. I wasn't expecting it. So then when I saw, I'm like, oh my god, she really did it.
Well, a little bit of it, kind of, not really.
Oh, yeah.
It's still funny though.
There wasn't much moaning and groaning.
I wasn't gross about it.
No. No.
It's a mukbang business.
It wasn't like
It is
smacking
my
her lips.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit and eat all day and get fatter and fatter and fatter. You just sit on YouTube all day and eat. Sit and eat all day and watch drama videos.
Oh my gosh.
Cocktail Cafe. Hey, that's
Oh
a good
my
name
gosh.
for a cafe.
Oh my gosh. Don't do it.
Well, I had lots to read this morning when I woke up, so thank you.
No, the other day when I was eating, I bit into that sub and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." It was the first time I made my Italian BMT into a wrap, and I was like, "Oh my god, the flavors are just bursting in my mouth. They're just so good." And I was like, "I need to make a video." So I was like, I put my sandwich down, and I was like, "All right, now I got to find a place to pull over," because I was eating as I was going down the road. I'm like, I gotta find a place to pull over so I can make this video because I want to eat more. So I'm like, I'll just have another bite. Before I could find a place to pull over, I was like, I'll just have another bite. I'm like, I'll just show half of it. This is really good. Jesus, I was like less than 5 minutes away from somewhere to park. And I couldn't even control it. It was so good.
That was
I haven't been to Subway in forever, but that's always my go-to sub when I go to Subway is the Italian BMT.
Yeah, that's Old Faithful to me. I love it. And
Yep.
now that I can have it on a wrap, because I was going with salads. I used to do the Italian BMT as a salad with oil and vinegar, a little salt and pepper, and sometimes I'd have some Pro Ranch in it, which was really good. And yeah, it was so good as a salad. And then but it's kind of hard to eat with a fork while you're driving down the road. So I was like, well, let's put in a wrap. So, yeah. And I didn't want to stop because I was going to rummage sales, so I was on a mission. Well, then I stopped long enough to make the 8-minute video. That sandwich was so dang good. Oh my God. And usually I can only eat half the wrap. I ate the whole wrap that day.
Wow.
Well, I was starving, but I hadn't eaten all day, but yeah, it was so good. I just couldn't stop eating. It was so good. It was really good. Because usually you have the bread. Usually you have the bread and it masks everything. The bread overwhelms you because there's just so much bread, but with the wrap, it really lets out all the other flavors out. Because you don't have all that bread in your mouth, so you can taste everything. Yeah, just too much bread. Yeah. I mean, if they were to scoop out the bread out of the middles, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But yeah, it's just too much bread. The older I get, the less I want bread. I mean, I like certain kinds of breads, but yeah, just bread in general. Yeah, even potatoes are starting to get too much for me. Yeah, hot dogs, I hardly ever eat them on a bun anymore. Brats, I usually just cut them up.
Yeah. So what's everybody got planned for today?
Getting some listing done, hopefully.
Listing. Go listing.
I took some ibuprofen, so my hip's feeling a little better right now, so
That's good.
I'm hoping I can get some listing done.
Yeah, I have lots of listing to do. I have to put my inventory away. I have 2 big bins full of inventory since I've been listing so much. So I need to get into a better thing of putting the inventory away when I get done listing. But I don't know.
And I stack the whole pile in the storage unit. I have to get better at just putting them in the bins when I go there instead of piling it up. Now I have to go and put them away.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you list so much, you fall into that sometimes.
Yeah. Very true. But I got that to do.
Sally got a lot done. Got a lot of
Yeah,
You did get a lot
moving
done.
and
I got
Organ-
even more than that done because I stayed up. And I did that right up until the time I went to bed at 5:30 this morning.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
I was trying to get everything that I have on Posh. I was trying to get on Macari, and then I was taking stuff from eBay and putting it on Posh. So trying to.
That's good though.
Yeah, I don't have any listings left this month, so I'm really trying not to make my bill any bigger than it already is. But I don't want my sales to decrease either.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Kind of stuck in a hard place right now.
I'm kind of trying to figure out because I was thinking about opening Brandon's store back up. And well, he never really had a store, I don't think, but he had an account.
Yeah, he had an account.
And but I'm thinking about almost making a store with his name and doing it that way.
Yeah, I should be getting my meal prep boxes today, so hopefully once those come in, I can finish that up. I cooked my chicken yesterday, and then I'll cook everything else and then make my little plates.
That's what we do. Meal preps.
So hopefully that works out.
Yeah. I mean, like I was telling Valor, it kind of takes the thought out of, having to fix something to eat. You already know what you're eating. So
Right.
We do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That way there's something in there for each meal of the day.
Oh, that's good. That's smart.
We fix, like, if we want pancakes, we'll fix a bunch of them little pancakes, or even go get the pre-made pancakes, the little ones, put them in there. And I get a big box of sausages, and fix those up. So we'll take, like, on a Sunday and just cook the whole day for the following week.
Wow.
And those steamers, those veggie steamers you get from like Kroger's or whatever, those are great to have because it's fresh vegetables. They're flash frozen. They're not canned. So you're not getting all that sodium and all that
Right.
preservatives. So we just buy those. They get 10 for 10 at Kroger's. Throw them in there and it fills up at least 4 or 5 of the, because we get the ones that are sectioned off, the meal prep containers that are sectioned off.
Right.
And then Teresa has a bunch of scoops from work that tell you how many ounces, because she's a dietary manager, so she knows how many ounces of each thing we should have in order to get our carb intake and our
there you go.
Calorie intake. So,
wow.
That's a good way to do it.
And then you have a cheat day, which my cheat day is always going to be pizza and beer. So
Best cheat day ever.
Yep. Pizza and beer. So, but it helps. It helps, especially with everybody's schedule, because she comes and goes, and I'm always on doing eBay stuff or whatever. So, I mean, it's like nobody really sits down and cooks, full dinner. So we just make it all up, put it in those containers, and whatever. That way she can have what she likes, and I can have what I like, because we don't always like the same thing.
Right. Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So this guy that I ordered these milk containers, I ordered them on eBay. I think they were $8 and something, $8.60. So I ordered them on July 11th. And I was supposed to get them I think I was supposed to get them first on the 16th, and then my time changed on it, and I didn't have. There was no time. There was no time on it on the tracking. So I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I messaged him and I said, hey, what's going on? Are you planning on mailing, sending my thing, my package? And he said, oh, I marked it as shipped. And I said, well, you didn't ship it, did you? And he said, no. He said, I accidentally marked it as shipped, but it hasn't shipped yet. I'm like,
Okay.
well, when do you think you're going to ship it? Because I kind of need them.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to be here today. So fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Get my stuff organized, and yeah, I need
What kind
that.
did you get?
I think I can't remember what they're called. But they're the compartment ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a kind of a small microwave.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that those containers will fit in the microwave.
Because we got ours from Walmart. There was a stack of them of 20 for like $8. It has it's only got 3 compartments. I didn't know if there was a certain amount of compartments that you use or what, but
that's all I'll need.
if he doesn't ship them, that's a good place to look for them. They're like where they sell the Rubbermaid stuff.
Okay.
And I think they're the Mainstays brand, so it's a Walmart brand.
Okay.
Oh.
I think it was either 8 or 10. I think it was 10 of them for like $8. So
Wow.
and they have the lids, little snap lids. They're really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that I think I got there was like 10 in this package, so I'll see how those are and kind of go from there. I don't know. See what happens.
Well, these work better than what we were using. We were using that 21-day diet or whatever. They have all these little square things with tells you what to put in it, and that didn't work. You picked like 3 little grapes and 1 little thing for fruit. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mad.
You trying to do? Starve me?
I know.
that ain't gonna work.
I'm an angry woman over here. Starving to death.
Because you're supposed to allow so many ounces of protein and so many ounces of carbs and so many ounces of this, and 4 ounces of protein wouldn't even fit in that little thing.
Right.
Now wait a minute, it's like 2 ounces. I said, well, I'd buy 2 of them and put 2 of them in there.
I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that he's ordering from China, or that they're coming from China. I don't think so, but it sounds like legitimately he checked the wrong box, and it was an accident. So
Who was that?
this guy that I ordered some meal, they're like meal planning boxes.
Oh.
Crap. I'll be right back.
Bridget, I think I know why Pirate Ship does ship for free, or not free, but ships for less than USPS most of the time. And that's because the last couple of big packages that I've had, they've been they've been cheaper. And when Brandon took it, because one of them he had to take to the post office, and they were shipping by, they were trying the what was it, the USPS had it shipping for dimensional weight instead of regular weight. And so when it goes through pirate ship, they don't do that. They don't have it priced by dimensional weight. So it was showing, that's why it was showing more on USPS than it was on pirate ship.
Right. Yeah, they do cubic or whatever.
Yeah. So would that,
As long as you,
that wouldn't be dimensional weight, would it?
as long as you put in the right dimensions, it should be fine. I have not had an issue at all with shipping them.
Because I had to put, I had a big box and I had to put the, I put everything in and it said that it was going to ship for like 29 or something. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm like, they didn't pay $29 to have it shipped.
Right.
And you know, everything was in on eBay. And so it shouldn't have showed, and they only paid like 14, I think.
Hmm.
And so whenever I changed it to show the weight and everything, it was just it was like 14 something. I was like, well, that's what it is then.
Right. Yeah, I don't really ship big packages with pirate ship because it's never been cheaper for me. But my smaller, heavier packages are cheaper.
Mhm.
So I'm not real sure.
Okay. Yeah, it was cheaper yesterday for me though.
Huh.
The pirate ship was.
Well, good. I hope, like I said, I've never had any issues with shipping them. But Kathy, somebody posted yesterday during the challenge that they tried putting one of those tracking stickers on their envelope or on their pack envelope, and it would work. It got sent back to them or something.
Did they not put enough stamps on there? Maybe. I've had 4 the baseball cards that we use because the 4
I can't remember
that he sent out have already been delivered and everything, and they've not had no problems with them.
Huh.
Yeah, I got the post. I don't remember who it was, but I'm sure they're in the chat because it was one of the regular, people.
Right.
Because I think he's checked the last ones he's had, and they've been delivered, no problems, no nothing. He's actually gotten good feedback on all of them so
Great.
far. And I think he uses two or 3 stamps on his. I think it's 2, but they're just usually the little. He just used because he's sending out baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was Grandma Magic's Classics.
Oh, it was one of the photos.
One photo and they returned it.
I wonder why.
It had 2 stamps on it.
That's weird.
Oh,
No,
so I'm just putting stamps on them?
I'm wondering if it was just the envelope, because sometimes the envelope's too big. Like, they've sent us back an envelope my husband sent to his work company, and it was a bigger envelope, and it really only needed 2 stamps, but they told me it needed 3 stamps, which was stupid.
Yeah, it depends on the dimension too, right?
So it could have been the dimensions of the item or the envelope that she sent out. I don't know how big the envelope. He does a little tiny ones. Those real, they're small. So I don't know. Maybe it's just not enough stamps on there. I'm sorry that happened.
There you go, Kathy.
I know.
It could depend on the post. It could depend on the post office you take it to too.
I don't.
I
put mine straight in the mailbox. I don't drop those off at the post office. I put them in the mailbox. Let the mail carrier pick them up. So, was it a big one of those real big ones? Because I have like the different. I don't have them with me, but he uses like the tiny sizes, like these little bitty sizes for his postcards.
Okay, the manila envelopes you do need a lot more postage than the 2 stamps.
Especially if it's those bigger ones. Yeah, you need a few more.
Probably like 3.
Yeah.
And if they're padded, if it's a padded envelope, they count it as a parcel no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to pay $277 or whatever it is right off the bat, and then it's whatever the weight is.
Yeah. That's the only bad thing about those padded ones. That's why whenever we do ours, we had some craft paper. You know that craft paper they use? And it's a kind of thicker like cardboard, but it's not too thick. I've got a bunch of those. I cut in half now. And that's what I put the postcard, the cards through, and that keeps them from bending like that. So it's just, you got to look at the size of the envelope that you're using. I do apologize. That's why I don't try not to tell people what.
Well,
I don't want to mess up on you. I'm sorry.
But you even said it's, trial and it works for you, but it might not work for somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, mine is so smaller. Ours is so tiny because, like I said, we're just doing those on the postcards. Don't think we're going to do anything bigger on those. It was just something for us to try out. We got them for free.
Right.
Not realizing what we got, but I mean, so far they've worked. But I'm sorry. I feel bad now.
No, don't feel bad.
No.
I hate that for anybody.
No, yeah, don't. I did that like whenever I was first doing eBay. I was sending. That was when you could still sell, coupons and stuff like that, and like big amount of coupons. So I would base my shipping on using one of those manila envelopes, and sometimes it didn't work out for me because they were already, like, I would only be shipping a very very small amount of, like, newspaper clippings or whatever, and it was like 0.08 ounces or something like that, and they were charging me the $277 plus.
Yeah.
And I got screwed on a couple of deals, and then I'm like, okay, got to change this up because this is how it's going to be.
Right.
Like I said, I just use those small ones, and I put them in our mailbox. I don't ever take them with me to the post office because she grabs them, scans them. We've not had any issues. But like I said, it's just, I think maybe just the size, just kind of watch your size. And the reason we do it too is because the last few storage units we've got a whole bunch of stamps out of each one of them, so it's kind of like it's free for us for the stamps.
Oh, true. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it was just free for us, so we was just kind of using the stamps up.
Well, then just like throw like 7 on there.
I know.
You should be good.
I need to get some more storage units so I can get some more stamps running out. But yes, it's trial and error on some of them. But like I said, I mean, they just playing around with them. That's why I kind of try to send everything to family and friends with them before I do it.
Right.
In case it don't work.
I messaged Brandon and asked him, did you take my packages? Because I don't see them anywhere. And so I hope he took them. I hope he didn't put them on the porch and then somebody else took them.
Oh, Lord.
I know I had 2 mail bins full.
I'm sure he took them.
He probably did.
Yeah. Oh. No, I was looking outside and I was like, is it raining? And sure enough, it was raining. And the packages, I have this like landscape box that's in front of the house, and that's what I put all my packages in. But there was so many that I had the lid was open, and that's why I had the door open, that just in case anybody decided to, it's not likely, but somebody to walk up and take a package or something. I wanted to kind of keep my eye on it. And so I'm like, is it raining? Yeah, and sure enough, it's raining.
Crap.
Top of the package was a little damp, little wet. It'll dry though. It'll be fine.
God. I was never part of refunding makes sense. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I went to go pay my citation You first of all, you can't pay it in Superior. They should pay it online. You go to pay it online, and it's not even processed yet. Said it can take up to 7 days.
Wow. Crazy.
Oh, that sucks. Maggie says the internet was down at our local post office branches today, so I couldn't get anything scanned in. I'll have to take them back later. That sucks.
Why are branches closed down?
Because the internet's
Yeah.
down.
At the post office?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
At Maggie's post office.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day.
I thought you were just being a smart ass.
All right. I hope everybody has a great day and get lots of stuff done, get lots of listings up. And don't forget tonight we have Posh Pit at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yay!
Has some good information over there. So come back and see us.
Pray for me that I remember how to work tonight.
I'm sure it'll all come back just like riding a bike, Sally.
Yep.
Darn, you can't remember, so you can't go in.
I know. Dang it, I have Alzheimer's. Sorry.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good
See y'all later.
See you
Have
tomorrow.
a great day, guys.
Or tonight.